I got home last night, there was a message on the machine. On the machine, Rose. On the machine.
He's a dog.
Oh, he went home to Pittsburgh.
Dirty dog.
Pittsburgh. Does that tell you anything about my appeal?
Listen, why were you going with somebody from Pittsburgh in the first place?
It was inevitable. It was inevitable because I'm
homewrecker.
a homewrecker,
Yeah.
and I'm old.
We had a ball working on Soapdish. Sally Field is unlike anyone else. She's fabulous. She's still at the top of her game. In the new movie, Remarkably Bright Creatures, as a woman trying to impart her wisdom on the younger generation, but their lines get a little crossed. Take a look.
If you have any hope of ever dating someone like Avery, you have to take her seriously.
I do take her seriously. It's called flirting. I'm flirting.
Flirting? What is flirting? Flirting is nothing. It's words and eyes, and everything that matters takes time and effort. Okay. Okay.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
What?
You're calling her.
No, I'm not.
You're Tova, hang up the phone right now.
I didn't
Yes,
call
you're calling.
her.
You're calling her right now.
did
Hang up the
not.
phone. Tova.
Hello?
No.
Hello, Avery. Yes, did I call you or did you call me?
Please welcome two-time Oscar winner, the fabulous Sally Field.
Oh my God, thank you so much. By a big man.
Welcome back. We love you at this table. This
Yes.
audience loves you. And as you saw and remember, you starred in Soapdish with Whoopi. And believe it or not, that was 35 years ago this month. Do you remember how did the idea for this movie come about?
Pardon?
How did the idea for this movie come about?
Which one? That one or this one?
Soapdish. We're starting with Soapdish. We'll get there.
Soapdish actually started because I did a movie right before that called Steel Magnolias. Okay, all right. And during that time, Bobby Harling was the author of the wonderful play, and he was also the author of the screenplay, and he was there all the time in Natchitoches, Louisiana. I, at lunchtime, always watched soap operas. I would go in and go, what time is it? What time is it? It's in General Hospital is on, or somebody. You know, the Young and the Restless, whatever it was. And Bobby would laugh at me and go, what happened today? And I would say, wow, you wouldn't believe what happened. After that, then he left, and I said, what? And so he said, I'm going to write something about that. That turned into Soapdish.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You were never in a soap opera, were you?
Not that I know of.
She was a consumer.
Not on purpose, at least.
Yes,
We found a 1991 Entertainment Weekly article that said, Sally, you thought it would be fun to play a, quote, a bitch with a heart of gold. And Whoopi, costume designer Nolan Miller, said he was initially told you would wear only pantsuits. This is why I love you. And he also said, he mentioned that even then he knew how you felt about bras. So does this bring back any memories for you guys?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No, just
No,
we love
I-
each
I-
other. We
I-
just
No,
she's
we
the
just
greatest.
were there, and bitch with a heart. Is that what she was? No, I didn't say that.
It might have been your intention. It just
No,
said,
I wouldn't say that.
But the new film, Remarkably Bright Creatures, is based on the 2022 book, which I picked for Our Ladies Get Lit series, because I loved it.
Yeah.
You play Tova,
Yeah.
a woman working as nighttime custodian in an aquarium.
Yes.
What was that like? I mean, I've often wondered, what is it like at night in an aquarium? What was it feeling like?
Fishy.
Well, Whoopster,
Yes,
you
dear.
know how film is.
Yes.
We had part of an aquarium and part of a set.
Right.
So a set is a set. And yet within the set, we had a lot of real tanks
Right.
with real creatures.
Yes.
But we did go to the wonderful, wonderful, sensational aquarium in Vancouver where we shot.
Yes.
If anybody has not been there, go there. It's
fabulous.
spectacular. But it is an homage to sea creatures. You see a lot of them there.
Yeah.
And certainly to this fabulous, giant Pacific octopus, Marcellus, who is the narrator of the piece. And for me, from the get-go, it was, I got it in galleys early on, and I read 2 chapters and said, yes, the story of an old woman, a young man, and an octopus. Does not come around a lot. And more than that, I mean, it's about a lot of things about healing and loss and grieving, family, home. And it's about this profound connection that human beings have to creatures. We are connected to creatures.
We are creatures.
We are creatures.
Was the octopus real in the movie?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay. Because there was that connection and the narration of how he felt Tova.
Yeah.
He felt what
I
she
had
was going
worked
through.
on the piece so long to get the screenplay right because you've read the book. It is a delicate piece of lace, and there's a bit of a mystery in it. So we all felt that it needed to be carefully crafted, and so I would give them pages and pages and pages of like, wait a minute, we don't have that from the book. That needs to be in there. You see this line? That needs to get in there. You realize what you've left, I was a pain in everybody's
It's
butt.
so beautifully done.
So I have to say that by the time we were there shooting Marcellus, I knew him so well. I knew how he looked. I knew what his face was. I knew his touch in my head. So it didn't matter how much of Marcellus was and was not there. For me, he was there. All of the interaction that I have with him, he was there.
The octopus.
Yeah.
Was he handsy?
Oh my God. He was so handsy. It was like, come on, Marcellus.
Gotta me too that octopus.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So,
He was very, very respectful, though.
He was?
Oh, yeah. He was
you
an
like
older
a
gentleman.
disrespectful octopus is the worst.
No. Boy, you know what happens then.
Oh, my God, I can't even think
boy.
about it. So, about 20 years ago, when you were 12 years old,
Yeah.
you started acting.
Yeah.
You played some real powerhouse women. Norma Ray, one of my favorite ever movies. You played Edna in Places in the Heart. And you mentioned Malin in Steel Magnolias. All tough women, but with a heart, beautiful renditions. Did
Not
you
without my
feel
daughter.
at one time that it was a new dawn for women in Hollywood at that time, I guess? And how do you feel about it now?
Whoopster, you were there a lot of that time. There was this moment.
She was.
There was this moment when they were doing women's films that were about complicated female characters with a story around their lives. But I cannot say that it still continues.
Well, no.
And I cannot say that it hasn't been so hard. So hard to find them and get them done. That there'll be several films will come out about older women, and they're just not things that I want to do. I don't want to do a film about trying to find a date. Really?
Yeah.
I did that already. And
Also, part of it is, these movies came out. They came out at a time, but we were still surrounded by the men who made the decisions. So those decisions were still being made by the men who ran. They let you have a couple of great movies. They'd put a couple great out, and you think, okay, well, now we're in the thing. And then it'd be like, well, what about this? They'd be like, nope. We'd be like,
No.
So it's always going to be a fight until women are running
the world.
The world.
Correct.
What? Already? Really?
Too fast.
Oh, listen, you must always come back. We
Do I have to leave now?
apparently. It's
That's
not
it?
I didn't want to make you go, but I'm looking at the EP. He's like, yeah, she gotta go.
So who else is coming?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll move over and just...
That's right. We just need another chair. That's how do it. Well, while he's contemplating this,
We'll come back and do one more question with Sally.
excellent. We'll be right back with more Sally Field.
People have such a deep connection to these stories and the characters you play. We've talked about Steel Magnolias. My personal favorite, Not Without My Daughter.
Yes.
Really?
I felt myself in that. Mrs. Doubtfire, Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump,
God, yes.
right? So are there any scenes that you just can't watch back because you were so immersed in that character and in those feelings?
I don't watch any of it, ever.
Really?
No.
Ever,
Wow.
except back there when Whoopi did that to me.
Not even the
and then-
Russians, you don't watch that? Like,
No, gosh,
nothing?
no.
Why?
That's bad. That's bad.
You're
that's
missing
bad.
out on some good movies.
You know, and it always costs you to do emotional work. It costs you. It isn't just, water off a duck's back. It is pieces of yourself, and you leave a little chunk of your soul along the way, but you gain from having the opportunity to play really interesting and complicated characters, to be in them, to be standing in those shoes. You learn from them. You learn in a way that you could not have learned had it just been your own life in your own shoes. Because I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have been in that aquarium. I would not have had that relationship with that octopus. And I always come away slightly changed from everything. We don't know whether it was for the good or for the bad. We'll find out years from now. But
Wonderful.
And also, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen in your movie.
there.
You think, oh my God, I had a zit that day. Oh, I remember that. We like when other people enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then we go watch other people.
She does it. No,
I
Whoopi
don't.
does
I
it.
never do.
Really?
no.
No, we quote her lines
Yeah.
to her. She sometimes
And I
doesn't
still don't
remember.
know what they're talking about. It's crazy. Sally, it is beyond a pleasure to always see you because you are just all that. You are just all that. And so we want folks to go see her in Remarkably Bright Creatures, streaming Friday, May 8th on Netflix. And if you don't know the book, do yourself a favor and get the book, get the audio book, get the book. It's fabulous. And then watch her, a mistress at her work. Brilliant.